back in the den. You call it your den? I don't know. There's some argument. It's just a bathroom, right? It's because we should, whatever. Shout out Dave in Kentucky. After my last video, it goes like, uh-oh, like another Dave rant or whatever. Appreciate the feedback, man. There's this YouTube shaver I watched when I first started out. Liked watching him shave, well, liked his opinion of shaving, but the video turned into just more him reacting to other people, and I think even got into politics and stuff. I was like, nah, it's alright. No rant plan for today, but you never know where it's gonna take. No, I'm in a good mood right now. We're back home. You know, you go on at least for me, you go on a vacation and you got like that one day back where it's like, oh, home is so nice, this and that, and then it just turns into normal. You're just home looking forward to your next vacation. But I think sometimes that can last a day, sometimes it's just a couple hours and the kids get up and all this stuff happens or whatever. But this is cool. We planned this one well, got back last night. Not too late, but like, you know, bedtime late. Just started a little laundry, got into bed, had our cats with us. I missed the cats, and wake up and you're home. And it's nice, and we live just, I've told this before, but just south of San Francisco, and we get the San Francisco fog at our house. It was blowing across the street. You could see it in the street lights last night. Just a little mist in the air and the fog blowing, and my wife hates it, and especially when it's windy day after day. In the evenings, that gets to be a bit much, but after just hot and humid, you get out of the car and you're like, oh, to feel the chill is so good. I need to get moving. This is not, I was gonna say unplanned. I guess it's not a prepared shave. I was just ready to get up and get going, and so I quickly checked what razor I could use. I'm gonna use the Feather SS. Feather Pro Guard blade in here. It's shaved 3 or 4. I checked, and I just know it's few enough I can still use it. There's an app on my phone that's like it's called a diary app. But anyway, I just copy my journal entries over to it and tag them, and then I can look up a razor when it's got a blade in. Like, I haven't used this for a while, so I look up this razor. It shows me all the entries with just this razor, and I can see what I put is how many uses were on the blade last time. So we use that. I also just walked into the bathroom last night and saw Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street, and I love this scent. I don't use it much. It's more like it is a cream. It's in a tub, but it's a cream. It's got this, you take the cap off and it's got another plastic thing underneath, but it's super soft. I don't use creams often, but the smell of this one is so good. You either get this, or if you get the soap, it's a hard puck. And I'm not into waiting to bloom soap all that often. But I'm not ready. That's why I keep putting water on my face. And this is, if you're in the shower, I wash my face first. And I guess water probably gets, never mind. I'm just thinking it tends to dry out even when you keep splashing water on it. It doesn't seem to soak in. It must be the heat and warm water and all that works better. But anyway, let's get the bowl. Here's our bowl. Uh-oh. Now see, I put my stuff away from traveling. Normally I keep a gelato spoon right in there for scooping out my lather. I don't see one, so I look around on the counter. So now we're gonna have to go into the backup supply. So that means in my adopt kit, there's probably like 3 gelato spoons. But look, this is how I got them off of Amazon, like dirt cheap, right? Because they expect you to go through it, and you can pick your color if you want to. This guy, we're gonna do pink or red or something. There's guys on the Cadre that are awesome with kind of color coding their shave photos, so you could do that with include your gelato spoon in there. So we're just gonna, I'm using a bunch. I started just, I don't know. That's one weird thing is I used to be able to do the almond size soap and get away with I got a great lather and stuff, and I don't know, I think I don't have the patience for slowly creating a lather anymore. And so it's just easier when you use plenty of product. I'm gonna put the top back on this soap so I'm not splashing water. Oh, you smell that? Man, if you guys have not tried Jermyn Street, do it. And if you didn't see Jermyn is spelled weird. Can you see this? Jermyn, Jermyn Street. That's actually the name. I've been to Taylor of Old Bond Street, and it's not on Jermyn Street anymore. Wait, which is it? Anyway, I think it is on Bond Street. It's an actual street there anyway. So let's see, we're gonna pick a synthetic brush because I'm ready to go. Let's use, anyway. So this is my Sorrentino brush, the Seafoam. Yeah, pretty cool. Let me use this guy. So yeah, just happy to be home and comfortable. The first order of business is to run out to the grocery store. I'm still a little tired. I wouldn't have minded staying in bed, but I knew I wasn't going to go back to sleep, and I need to the first thing is getting some milk. I went all week without milk. Don't know if I needed to. My wife was worried about dairy products in Mexico. We were I don't know if we were careful or not really to prevent GI issues. We did the bottled water for brushing your teeth, but the resort said the water you drink in the restaurants and everything is all bottled water, and sure enough you can see them. I don't know why they didn't get big jugs of this stuff to fill, but in the nicer restaurants they would put a bottle of water in a metal holder and they would pour from the plastic bottled water. Not fancy, just the same cheap stuff you'd have in your room everywhere else. They were very generous with it though. All the bars would just have bottled water laid up on top, and out at the water park they had a big cooler thing full of bottled water you just grab when you want. Anyway, but she's a little concerned not knowing what they pasteurized and what they didn't. My youngest had a big tall glass of cold water though, or cold milk last morning we were there. She seems fine. I ended up having some GI issues. I don't know, I guess just bad luck. First time that's ever happened to me traveling. But I brush my teeth with bottled water. You see them pouring from bottles, they truck in their ice, so I don't know. You can read the things you can do to prevent that, but it's if you're on vacation trying to enjoy yourself, it's kind of tough to avoid everything, I think. Anyway, so I'm ready for a big old glass of cold milk. And we'll see what else. I'm up for breakfast. Gotta get some eggs. I don't need to give you my shopping list. We're just chatting now. Back to just the normal chat, I guess. This looks a little bit thick. So let's see, I concocted this loose plan for the day in my head while I was laying in bed. I think I have a 50-50 chance of it staying that way, but we'll see. I'm just mostly thinking a Cadre day, and not just catching up. I'm slowly catching up on posts and stuff. I did, probably like a lot of you when we're kind of busy, you do a lot of reading and less responding. So I'm not terribly far behind on reading. I am behind on videos. They're tougher to catch up on. Quite a while ago, I think I reached the limit to the same patience with videos, so there are a few I'll watch from time to time with them home, but I could just sit maybe in my chair with earbuds in and catch up on videos. But some of the other things, so I'll just comment too, using the Feather SS. I've been working a lot on skin stretching because I watch other guys and I realize that I'll pull here and then I'll go like all the way down. I realize I need to like move my fingers down and stretch a little bit farther down, and then but it messes up my hair when I do that. And then on the other passes I wouldn't stretch at all or hardly stretch, so getting better at that, and it's helping. But the other things, while they say they're Cadre related, aren't necessarily shaving related. Some are. I need to, apologies, I'll call out Spider on the forums, KJ. He did a soap sample swap that got here like the day before we left for Europe. And I had his stuff ready, so it got in the mail to him. But yeah, it just takes a few minutes, but I didn't mentally get the time to sit down and add his soaps to the list. So see here, I could stretch here. This is new for me. That helps. Probably looks weird on camera. But I haven't put the soaps that he sent on the list. So I need to get that done. My plan is today. Also, Dave in Kentucky is calling bingo. So I need to get my card printed out, and I'll need to mark down all the winning calls for that and announce it on the winner of bingo today. And then of the non-shaving form related items, I need to roast up some more coffee. I need to, Kyle had sent me some awesome coffee. So now that we're gonna be home for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna order the beans that he used, but I thought my plan was to wait, and that would be my next step, but I might as well go ahead and roast up some of the other free ones that came with our roaster. Just working on getting my roast dark enough. Man, his were gorgeous. Mine, like I've mentioned before, I'm really worried about burning them, and I guess I should just consider that I didn't pay for these beans and they're throwaway ones, and just really go dark. It's just taking my roaster a long time to get there, but I know that they release oils as they get to a dark roast, and man, the ones that Kyle sent were almost wet. They were so oily. They look just amazing. So I'll work on that. The other thing, the other topic that's been on the forums but kind of has flared up recently is fountain pens. And because I'm feeling super productive, and it's easy to add things to the list when you're just laying around and haven't done anything yet, the kids are still asleep and you haven't had to deal with them yet, I want to, I've got two fountain pens. One, I don't know if it's Lame or Lame. Lame sounds fancier, and we should call it that. Lame. And see, this is where, guys, I don't do it because I'd have to keep it clean and stuff. It's a little slippery here to, like, I feel like I pull up here, it would help. And people will keep a alum block that they can put their fingers on to keep it sticky, but then, I don't know, maybe I should start doing that. Look at me. 2 different hands for the same pass. Anyway, I've got 2 fountain pens. I think they're both LeMay or whichever it is. One of them is a cartridge, so I actually use that at work. I actually don't write much, you know, even though I'm a nurse, my job is a desk job now, semi-management and very data heavy in the quality department. So lots of, and chart reviews are all electronic now. All of our charts are electronic. Data we pull off of websites electronically, or run reports electronically, or track in Excel or other databases electronically. So they're really, paper production is mostly for visual, for meetings for the most part. Every now and again we'll do audits like that are visual audits where we're going and looking for stuff, and we might print out an audit form for that. But there really isn't a lot of sitting and writing of anything anymore. And I found that the fountain pens are also, they don't work so well for me on sticky notes, and maybe we just buy really cheap paper, but it just seems like just too much ink. Anyway, I have a cartridge one, the Safari, which is, I guess, you know, that's a basic. If you want to get into it, it's a cheap cartridge, but decent. Fountain pen, I keep that at my desk, but I also have one that's a, what do you call that, a reservoir, where you fill it up from a bottle and all that stuff, that the guy's discussing. Now see, the new technique I'm trying here is bullfrogging it and going across. And the tough part is, luckily this is kind of a roundy tip, but you can't see, the hand's in the way, so you can't see where the tip of the razor is. So this would probably be an awful technique for an actual straight razor. Or you could slice your neck with a sharp tip. Yeah, but that sounds like that's getting a good removal there. So anyway, I want to pull that one out. I keep it in my work bag just so I know where it is, but it has not been used in years, so it probably needs to be, what do you soak in warm water to loosen up the ink and empty it out and dry it out and refill it. We'll get that going again. If nothing else, sometimes it's kind of cool just to see a reaction when somebody asks to borrow your pen to sign in at a meeting. You hand it to them and it's a fountain pen. You're just like, all right. So, this is pretty good. I can always, I won't say always, nothing is always, 99% of the time get BBS on my cheeks with 2 passes with this razor. So 3 passes gives you super smooth BBS on the cheeks. It's the neck that's always been the issue. And so I can feel a little here. I could grab a DE and get rid of that, but you know, with this razor it's a little bit more aggressive, and it's probably going to be a little irritated anyway from using that. But after everything, after all the post-shave and dry down and everything, it's going to be BBS. It's not much, but what's cool is right down here I can feel a little sting, so I need to work on the pressure of my strokes, but this is so smooth. And that's where we've been having an issue getting rid of the hair, is this bottom part. So that stroke worked. It's just, I don't know if we'll, and this thing's not too bad. I don't know if we'll keep it though, because it's not one that can, like I said, I don't think you could transition that to a normal straight razor. So it doesn't make too much sense to perfect a stroke that you can't keep using. So what else on the forums? It seemed like there was something else, but I need to update the soap swap list. I need to roast some beans. I need to win bingo. We got the normal kind of settling back into the house kind of stuff. There, got my brush and my bowl cleaned up. Look, we're gonna. Mr. Noir. You know, Chris, what I heard, I'm listening to this podcast. I can't look it up right now because I'd have to look it up on my phone. But again, a Cadre, Mr. Dangerous, Don. Let me rinse off the alum because that'll affect my face if I leave it on. Dangerous Don on the Cadre. People are thinking about him. There's a storm that's supposed to be hitting Louisiana soon, right where he is. And when we were in Cancun, we were leaving kind of, I think it's supposed to hit today. I haven't watched the news. It was on its way to hit Louisiana, which I thought, well, that's kind of close to Cancun. So we looked at the radar map, and it was right in between. It was Cancun's down here and Louisiana's up here, so it was right in between. So I was worried how our flight would be, and it was fine. But we're thinking about Don, hoping he's okay, and hoping he checks in. It's tough with the guys that don't post every day, that when there's stuff going on, we don't just know, you know, sometimes they get busy versus something could be happening, but check in. But I wanted to quickly say, Mr. Noir, there's Lemon. I was listening to this podcast. So Dangerous Dawn started a list. Cool. Should be helpful. Of just what podcasts are you listening to? So I subscribed to one. And I can't tell you the name. So I go on, join the Shaving Cadre, look for the post down at the bottom. We've got like a coffee shop or a barber shop, I guess it is, where we just talk about other stuff. And somebody posted one, and I think it's about a couple of guys that sit around and talk about ideas for podcasts that they'll never do or something like that. Anyway, it just struck me as kind of interesting, so I started listening. The one I'm listening to actually is parts of it are about the algorithm for YouTube, and no, it's a different podcast that I listened to that was dealing with issues about kind of bad people on YouTube and inappropriate videos and all this stuff, but kind of how YouTube wasn't responding to them and all this stuff. Anyway, what had happened at one point is when they were trying to figure out how to monetize YouTube, is that they wanted people to watch videos longer. And they started doing the recommended videos. So you would watch a video and then it's automatically start playing one, because they wanted, the longer you watch, the more they can sell ads. So they started promoting the longer videos, because if you watch a half an hour video, they can get a lot more ad revenue than if you watch a 5-minute video. So you're Noir, we got you figured out, man. You are the YouTube king of the Shaving Cadre, going after the viewership. You win. We got it. Just joking. I had to think about that. Anyway, so last thing. A while ago, we were talking about, I was looking at this, and I was thinking how this looks like one of those toys where you could have a little boat in there, little dolphins or something. And love of the Cadre, right? Sharing the love. Dave in Kentucky. I don't know where he looked or what he looked up or how long it took him. found a little boat to send me from China, I believe, and it took a slow boat from China, but it got here while we were gone. But Dave, sorry man, it's a bit too big for the bottle. So this is the boat he sent me. It's pretty cute. That would have been hilarious if this was floating around on the water, but as you can see, it's much bigger than the little hole there. But like I said, love of the Cadre, so it earns a spot. It gets to go right there. So when you guys see the videos, we got Cadre love there, we got some Cadre love up there. Mementos of the love, right? So interesting thing, I'll end it. I'm on 25 minutes. I have not done a long video for a while, so because I am making up for it. Question came up. We did some swimming with the dolphins while we were in Cancun. So somebody said, now that you've touched dolphins, I don't know how widespread this is, but you got the BBS shave, right? Baby butt smooth. But for those that have been longtime shavers, you know there are BBS shaves and there are BBS shaves. Some are closer than others, even though that doesn't make any sense because that's supposed to be the closest shave, but it's the truth. But so on several forums, there's a DS BBS, and that's dolphin skin baby butt smooth. It's supposed to be like the next level. And you can, not everybody, but there are some other things out there. Often owner Dave from the Cadre, he uses a G BBS, and that's glass. It's just like super. So somebody said, now that you've touched dolphins, is dolphin skin really super smooth? The answer is no. Sorry, it's not. It's like maybe 400 grit sandpaper, maybe 350, 400, 405, I don't know. I don't use sandpaper that much, but it's not smooth, it's rough. Jermyn Street, what is this one? Cologne. I don't know if it's actually EDC or not. Likely, but this is us for the day. One thing I don't do here, we do the old KJ down the neck. I've had to think of other, I usually do one of the, that one was strong. Usually they spray out more, but you get the back of the head because it kind of soaks into the hair. When I do down here at work, I wear a tie, so I don't think you probably get much out of that one. But anyway, probably 3 minutes more than we needed for this video, but back home, Cadre, be with you today, whether you like it or not. Dave, watch for my win on bingo today, and I'll see you on the forums.